Today on Business Success in Six with Stacie, I have Josh and Lyle Ernestine here from Perky's Old Fashioned in my backyard in Jackson, Wisconsin. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yep. Thanks for having us on.
It is my pleasure. I'm excited to learn about Perky's Old Fashioned. Old Fashions are just like a Wisconsin staple, I swear, if you go out and about. So let's talk about your business. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. When people ask you how you describe Perky's Old Fashioned, how do you describe your business?
So I guess in simple words, we're convenient, ready to drink, ready to pour Wisconsin Old Fashioned, named after my grandma Perky. It's her recipe. Yeah, absolutely. And we can show you here a bottle. So we have a brandy. We're going to grab the bourbon.
And that's the bourbon bottle.
And that's the bourbon, and then grandma's on the back.
Yep.
So ultimately, just a family recipe that we were able to finally share with the rest of the community, and hopefully much more people after that.
That was so cool. Yeah, and I was going to actually ask if it was a brandy or a bourbon, because in Wisconsin, if you order an old fashioned around here, people generally assume brandy. However, a lot of the rest of the country likes those bourbon, and so you really got to clarify. But you've got both.
Yeah, we have both, and honestly, it's pretty right down the middle of what we sell. And
Yeah.
we've seen such an uptick in bourbon that, yeah, it's pretty much a 50-50 split down the middle of how much we sell of each.
And it's just nice. It's the consistency and the quality is the same on every drink. You know, you can mix the same 5 times and you're going to have the same drink. It's not going to change, not going to be better, not going to be worse. So that's kind of one of the goals, and grandma always kind of thrived on that. So that's where we're at.
I love that. And something that I caught when you said you were finally able to share. So I got to ask, what were your plans when you started, and how have they changed? And what was that finally portion in there?
So ultimately, it's about over 50 years old, the recipe in our family. So we've been, making it for family, friends, events, different things like that for a long time. And our process to get it to the market, it took a while. And one thing, it's because, you involve the government and alcohol, and it takes a minute to get through all these different licensing ventures. And then COVID hit right in the middle of us coming through with all of it. So that stepped us back a bit when we were working with distillery partners. Fortunately, they had to start making hand sanitizer. They needed to make, money off of it, but they kind of put everything to the back burner for anything else. So that pushed us back. And then I would say when I say finally, we finally got there. I mean, we started in 2020. We technically started our business, but we didn't get it to the market till last year, July of last year. It was definitely a process.
Congratulations on finally getting that. Yeah, 50 plus years, and then you talk about business, and it's not easy to get a great product through. So that's huge. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, for sure. And then we plan to self-distribute it ourselves for the first year. We had it all in order. We legally own our own distributor, and we started the first 3 months, and everything was going so well that our partner now, Capital Houston, picked us up, and we've been with them ever since, and we're officially a year with them. So everything's been great, and spreading it statewide with their help.
That's so great. So my next question for you is, what is the biggest way you impact the community? I know, like, one thing I can think of right off the bat is you're sharing the importance of family and that legacy. But what else? Let's talk about how you're impacting the community.
I mean, besides the obvious of, helping everybody after a long week, make it a little easier.
Right.
Enjoying a cocktail, right? I think besides that, we also are involved in as many fundraisers as we possibly can be, whether that's through donations to raffles or just through sponsorships and different things like that. And as we grow, I think we'll, continue to get more and more involved with the community as much as we possibly can through.
Absolutely. And that's so important for entrepreneurs to understand, is that, small impacts, we start small, right? And we can create this greater impact, but it's that taking that initial step, that saying yes, and remembering when to say no too, when it doesn't make sense, right?
Right. Yeah. We've had people even buy a couple bottles and put it in a basket and a t-shirt and, donate it, and just to say, hey, thanks for a small little business. And so we've been trying to do the same, the community. If somebody needs help in a fundraiser, we're more than help. We've actually done a couple events just to help them out, whatever we can do. So yeah, we appreciate it. In a small town, you know, it just works. Everybody works well together. So yeah.
So what is one challenge that you have faced over the past year that other business owners could learn from?
I would say for us, I would think just not giving up on getting to finally, you know, for us seeing the product on the shelf. It took, like I said, with the government and everything, it just takes a lot when you involve spirits. And I think with me, and I mean all of us, just continuing to follow your dream and seeing it. And like the day that we finally did see it on the shelf
Right.
was a pretty crazy day for us.
Yeah.
I mean, it from where we started and the whole family backstory with the recipe.
Yeah.
So I think just ultimately not giving up on either it's your, you know, the idea you believe in, or the, you know, the story you believe in, or for us, for both.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just not giving up and keep working towards it, because there was definitely some dark days where it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know if we're gonna continue to follow through with it, but we
Sure,
did.
I'm sure
I
there's,
kept
you know,
pushing.
a few coming, you know, you think, you know, you got over a hurdle and tomorrow, maybe the next one, you know, the rent went up,
Right.
this went up.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know, but
Well,
you just
yeah.
keep at it. Hopefully you can struggle through it. And, you know, it's just been fun to have the community back us as much as they have. You know, there's just been awesome that way. So I would say just lean on whoever you have to help you get through it, and it'll go well. So
Yeah, perseverance and consistency, right? Just both of those, getting up
Yeah.
one step in front of the other. So
it's tough some days that, you know, you get knocked down, but you just try to, you know,
get
fight
back
through
up.
it. And
Absolutely.
For
So I
sure.
know you guys are growing. What does the future look like to you? And do you have an exit plan?
So the future, I think for us, is just to continue to expand across Wisconsin, as I think we now have roughly around 400 locations statewide where you can buy Perkies or drink Perkies, or possibly do both. So we want to continue to do that and then slowly expand possibly into other markets. The Wisconsin old fashioned to me is something that a lot of the nation hasn't got to really experience. They're used to the original old fashioned.
Mhm.
And I think there's many people that would love the Wisconsin version that just have never really gotten to try it. So definitely a future to me would be continue to expand and hopefully someday show the nation, you know, a different cocktail that just the Midwest is really familiar with.
Absolutely.
And then we
Yep.
also
Oh, yeah.
continue, we have it just launching this week.
Oh,
We have a new
awesome.
cranberry brandy old fashioned. So another way is just kind of, you know, expanding our product line. It's just a seasonal product, but we
Right.
plan to, you know, have some different flavors here and there just for some fun, along with our typical standard line
Staples,
of
yeah.
brandy and bourbon.
Yeah.
So
We thought
important.
we'd incorporate Wisconsin state fruit, the cranberry, and you know, obviously it's a staple in northern Wisconsin, western Wisconsin. So we thought it'd be a good mix. And
Yeah, just
it's being welcomed very, very happily around that
Yeah, it's
people have
just
tried it. So
cranberry is definitely the fruit of the fall.
Absolutely is. Oh my gosh, can't wait to try it. So, Josh, Kyle, my final question for each of you is all subjects open. What inspires you most? I know Grandma Perky is a huge part of that. Share a little more. What inspires you?
So for me growing up as you know, as the grandson to Grandma Perky, and I cannot leave out Grandpa Wally as
Yeah.
well, her husband, they built from the ground up with their brother an incredible business in West Bend, a farm from the ground up that has
Yeah.
turned into a massive little company down there. So it's something that I've always looked up to as an entrepreneur, is trying to be as successful as my grandparents have been, and definitely something that inspires me every day to keep going and to keep getting to where they got, if not
Right.
farther, hopefully.
Yeah.
That's for me. I don't
Yeah,
know
it's been, well, yeah, and it's been you know, just to work with Josh and his mom, my wife Karen, has been she does a ton behind the scenes. She tries to
Wow.
help out like this, but today was busy. So, but yeah, she does a ton, just that, you know, between all the other technical stuff that goes on with the licensing and all the other stuff that goes with it. You know, it takes a team a little bit, and luckily we have that, and it's just very blessed, and we go on from there. So
Yeah,
Love
and I
it.
think like you said, all the opportunities that
Are out
whether
there
it's,
yet.
yeah, whether it's, meeting new relationships, new people, different communities, and just all the different things we can get ourselves involved in throughout is definitely something that keeps you going and inspiring you.
Absolutely. Toast to that for sure. So if somebody wants to connect with you guys and try Grandma Perky's recipe and get perked up, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
So right through our website, perkyspirits.com or perkysoldfashioned.com, they both go to the same spot. Both great places to get a hold of us, whether you want to reach out, email, phone, it's all available on there, as well as a product locator. So you can find the closest store to you that's carrying the product and able to go shop.
Awesome. Can't wait. Congratulations on opening this great legacy business. Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, thanks for having us on the show.
Absolutely.
We
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
that very much.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Take care. Good
Thank-
luck. Keep growing.